10 hours after violence in Secunderabad, finally we're looking at the police and the RAF who've been deployed in large numbers to try and clear that area. Earlier today, owing to those protests, the police was forced to open fire. They fired rubber bullets, eventually killing one person as they attempted to stop the violence as it enraged through the day. Secunderabad was really the place where the violence took a really ugly turn. In fact, the government possibly woke up late to the large-scale arson and vandalism that unfolded in the state of Telangana. Secunderabad was the area where we saw an entire railway station that was held hostage by these protesters, where the platform, many of those shops were vandalized, some of them burnt down, many of those trains and bogies that were gutted. And now we see the police and the RAF, who've been deployed in large numbers, have quickly cracked down on those agitators, many of them detained and arrested, while the police and RAF now attempting desperately to calm the situation post 10 hours of violence. Let me cut across to Fronia joining us, our reporter from Hyderabad right now. Fronia, a word that, in fact, what we see here, the visuals, an explanation is warranted from the government of Telangana. Have they spoken? What took them so long to wake up to this large-scale arson?
So the police force who were deployed here were heavily outnumbered by the massive number of protesters and agitators that were here protesting, violently hurling stones and breaking trains and torching a lot of trains that were stationed here at the Secunderabad railway station. What we see now, visuals, are deafening silence after a day-long protest by angry mobs who continued to do their protest despite the police trying to bring them down. However, after a huge violence that outbroke in the evening, we had the rapid action force that came in and they were forced to take away the students who still were stationed here undeterred by the police who were trying to move them away. But unfortunately, in the midst of all these events, we had one student agitator who was killed in the firing that was opened by the police personnel after they felt outnumbered.
Right.
Now,
Fronia, but what action is the government taking to ensure this does not happen tomorrow? Will this continue? Will the protest continue tomorrow?
The government has still stationed police here and they are watching out for any kind of agitators that might move into the railway station again. But however, the South Central Railway PRO confirms that the railway station here will be functional in an hour now. They're going to clear up everything. But right now we see visuals of trains that were completely damaged that are yet to be pulled out from the track.
Very unfortunate. What we see, the visuals there can't be justified. The government really has a lot to answer on this.